everybody. It's Dee from Fire Within Coaching. Thanks for joining us for another episode of What Lights Your Fire. Today, I'm here with AJ Picard, and he is a app developer. Hey, Alex. AJ, how are you?
I'm doing great. You?
Good. The A wouldn't stand for Alex, would it?
It does, Alexander.
Oh, gosh. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I swear I didn't know that.
No, yeah. That's why I was like laughing. I was like, what? How'd you guess that?
So go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I've been designing apps and products for about 6 years now. Did that after I left my sales job, which I got right out of college from Philadelphia and born and raised. And then now I moved to Baltimore in 2017 and been here ever since.
Yeah. Is it different going from Philadelphia to Baltimore?
Yeah, definitely. Philadelphia is a lot more safe. I was suburbs of Philly, so it's a lot more safer. I'm more in the city of Baltimore now, but and where obviously crime is a little higher.
Right.
But we're in the really good areas. I think I always say Baltimore is definitely a hidden gem if you know where to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you're right about that because I've heard that before. So tell us a little bit about what lights your fire. So what excites you about what you do for a living?
Yeah, honestly, the whole designing and building product process, ever since I started and actually in college and then started teaching myself how to design and code and then being more hands-on with the products, it
Right.
just really honestly fuels my fire just because of how much I enjoy doing it. I love helping other people build their products and then I also love building my own as well.
So you're helping people with your passion. Like who
Yeah,
doesn't want that? Like
exactly. Exactly.
how did you decide that with that you want to monetize it? Because I know with some of our people, we have, they don't really know how to monetize their passion.
Yeah, it's a good question. So when my first app that I launched, it was with my buddy, and we launched it, grew to a couple thousand users, but then we were like, okay, we need to figure out the biggest problem, which is how to make money. We wanted to work on this full time, and you
Right.
can't really work on a product full time if it's not making money.
Right.
So that's when I started really thinking about, okay, how I started researching, learning how to make money through apps, how to make money through products,
Right.
and started seeing what other products are doing and got inspiration from that. And then just figure out ways to integrate that type of payment, I guess, collect processing in products that I build. That's pretty much how it started. And then obviously I freelance as well. So
Yeah.
that's getting paid
Yeah,
as well.
I love that because now is the time for the app building and stuff. There's a
Hmm.
new app, like I'm sure it's more than one a day, but it feels like I'm finding new apps every day and they're good because they're most of the time it's what I need. So how do you decide, like, how do you figure out what people need if you're not working one-on-one with the client and you're just maybe working on a project?
Yeah, so I like for instance, my app that I'm working on right now, Zozo, I had a problem. I usually build products off a problem, and the problem was I was constantly sharing like my portfolio website link. I was constantly sharing newborn pictures of my son, and it was just annoying having to like copy and paste the link or find that photo. So now with Zozo, you can add that link or a photo or even a file to a keyboard shortcut or a button on your keyboard.
Right.
And when you tap that button, it pastes that link or photo, whatever's attached to that keyboard shortcut so that you don't have to go searching for anything ever again. And we launched that and we're doing really well. People are really tuning in. I think we hit 3K users. We launched in September. And yeah, it's just been going really well. Just find that problem and then figure out
Right.
how you can solve that problem is the main thing.
And that's the biggest thing for me because I'm a coach as
Hmm.
well. So my thing is, what's the problem that we need to solve? And
Hmm.
then go from there because that's what people are looking for, right? They look for other people to solve their problems. And
That's
that's,
what they'll pay for too.
yep, exactly, exactly. So do you want to go ahead and give us the information about Zozo? Like where can we find it?
Yeah.
And what do we put in the search?
Yeah, so Zozo's available on any iOS device. We're not on Android yet. We're on Mac, we're on iPad, we're on iPhone. You can learn more at zozoapp.co. And yeah, if you find yourself constantly sharing links to maybe new social media post or your profile or maybe like your pitch deck for your business, whatever, you can just attach that all to your keyboard so it's ready to share whenever you need to.
Yeah, and that's super convenient because I know one
Mhm.
thing that I struggle with is I have 20 million tabs open.
Yeah.
because I'm trying to, I have three different networking groups that I'm a part of. And then I have, of course, my own social media and stuff like that. So it's a lot. And it's like I'm copying and pasting and copying and
Mhm.
pasting. And it's a time sucker. But really what you're giving people is their time, which
Yeah,
is huge.
exactly. Exactly. And we also give you access to AI, so you can get access to ChatGPT from your keyboard as well. We're just trying to bring everything into one product to just help improve your productivity, whether that's sharing, whether that's generating content, whatever it may be.
Oh, and you brought up so AI, which I
Yeah.
know there's a big, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
50-50 split. I don't know what it is. So obviously, since you're offering it, you're on the same side that I'm on, where I think that it would be super helpful and also a time saver. So what's your opinion about AI and what can our people use it for?
Honestly, you can use it for literally anything. Like I was just using it to text my wife in medieval times. But then I also use it to generate Twitter threads,
Yeah.
to generate statuses for posts, generate hashtags to use for posts. It's literally like think of it as your assistant almost. As long as you
Right.
have knowledge on a specific topic,
Right.
you should be able to do honestly whatever you need to do.
Yeah, so the way that I have been using it and it's really helped me is I will type in kind of whatever it is that I want for because I do training courses. So I'll type in exactly what I want everybody to learn and then it will just spit out stuff so I don't have to just like throw words at people. I can just take the highlights. We're not going to have any work to do, and that's not true
No,
because
it's not true.
I think it helps. It certainly has saved me time.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if anything, it's gonna save you a ton of time and then it allows you to put that time someplace else, which is great. But yeah, there is the worry that it does take a lot of jobs out there. I was seeing people create like nutrition plans and it's there's a job for that and
Yeah,
you could ask it to create a nutrition plan in 2 minutes. You don't even need to
right.
pay anyone to do
But you
that
don't
anymore.
get personal connection.
The personal
Um,
connection, yeah,
and that's huge,
that is
especially if you're trying to sell your product. I really think the
100%.
sales of, I hope, from what I see, I hope that the sales stuff is because I think that sometimes can come across as very aggressive. And with that, that turns me off. I don't know if that turns you
Hmm.
off, but
Yeah,
that turns me. I'll get like a LinkedIn message and
the
it'll
worst.
just say be this long and I can help your product. And you don't know my product. You don't know anything about me. You haven't even took time. So I don't think that's really going away.
Yeah,
Not the
no.
sales part, but I don't think the human connection, the need for human connection is going away. I think it's actually going to get more of a need.
I hope so. I really do. I don't want AI to take over, but it does help.
It
So
does. It
it,
does.
I think another issue it has is sometimes it can hurt your creativity because in the back of your head you're like the answer is always there with AI. It's something like an app. Like I know there's some tools out there where you can actually generate like a mobile app design, right? You can tell it to generate something like that, and that's great, you know. But if you're just someone that doesn't know, you know, anything about app design, how do you know that app design is good?
Right.
And yeah, just the logistics and the principles of things. If you're
Right.
educated on a subject, AI can be like your perfect free assistant, essentially.
Right.
That's how I view it.
Yeah. And you can't really say that you're an expert if you're getting everything from AI. And that's why I think it's important to not just say, write me this, put in what you have and then say improve.
Hmm.
And that for me has worked perfectly because one thing that I struggle with is sometimes in my writing, I come off a little dry. I'm not a dry person if you haven't
Hmm.
noticed. No, it doesn't come across. So one thing that it's helped me is really because you can click, make it more empathetic, make it more that.
Yeah.
And I think that helps us keep our voice while still making sure that there's no communication errors because that's the big thing is communication is a mess here.
Yeah.
Let's just say that people don't communicate the way that they should.
Agreed.
So I do think that AI could be helpful to clear up those misunderstandings and to just make sure that we're speaking like assertively to one another.
Yeah,
But
definitely. I
got
I
it.
use it for blogging too. I use it for
Yeah.
blogging too. Like I cannot write. I just write what I want it to write, and
Yeah.
then it like enhances it for me because I'm terrible at writing.
Well, I think that's the way that it should be used. I think as long as we just kind of use it appropriately in the way that it's supposed to be used, I don't
Mhm.
think there'll be any issue.
Yeah,
And you
let's pray.
certainly don't need to worry about me making apps. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good if you want to go ahead and say
Uh,
it's going to be the best, but
I know an app guy. Like,
yeah, let me use AI to create your app.
yeah, there you go. So, what information would you, if you could go back like 10 years, what information would you give yourself that you think you would find helpful today?
I would definitely change what I was studying, or maybe not studying. Maybe I would change what I did in my off time. 10 years ago, I was still in college playing, I was playing basketball, but I was in my off time doing a lot of video games. And I wish in my off time I was learning a new skill like design or how to code, because after college, I had to start from scratch and teach myself. And
Right.
it just took a while to see some growth. But yeah, I would rather probably spend my time building a game at that time than playing them, spending hours
Mhm.
playing them and doing nothing.
Yeah, but you were like, because you were in college, so you were in your like early 20s, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I
Of
think
course.
that's
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah, it is normal. It is normal. But if I knew what I knew what I knew now,
Right,
I would
right.
definitely spend some time at least.
So I think also just doing the encouragement of you can do this and this is what you have to look forward to in 10 years. Look what we're building. So I definitely think your old self will give you some applause for sure.
Yeah. That'd be cool if I could ask them.
Is there an app for that? There
I'm
should be.
surprised there's not.
Probably do something with AI like that because you can make the AI like you.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, it
mean,
would probably take a couple years for it to act like me from 5 years ago. Yeah, I could. I could.
you
It's actually a
could.
good idea.
Nobody take that idea. No.
Yeah.
What if you went 10 years in the future? So what do you think your future self will have accomplished?
Multiple acquired companies, being able to work on a product full time, like my own product. And then the best part would just be having the time to just travel and hang out with my family and without having any stress about money or anything along those lines.
Yeah, and you said that you have children or
I've
child,
won, yep.
one child.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, how old?
He just turned one a month ago.
So I'm gonna do this to you because someone did it to me earlier. So that means 11. That means that you're gonna have an 11-year-old, which is a preteen.
Yeah, what do you mean? From here, 10
In 10
years from
years.
now? I know. It's gonna be insane. I will probably have a second kid too, but after two, I'm done.
Uh,
I'm done after two.
yeah, I don't blame you. We were blessed with one boy and one girl. So our girl is 16 years old,
Nice.
which thank gosh, she's nothing like I was when I was 16. And then my son, he's 12. So middle school is awesome for 12-year-olds.
Nice. Yeah, I can imagine. He's already getting like this. He's getting his own personality. And yeah, it's just an adjustment from like him being almost like a zombie as a newborn. And then now he has his personality. He's crawling, he's starting to walk, and he's starting
Oh,
to throw little temper tantrums.
oh yeah.
But it's the best. That's the best part, honestly, because I was not a fan. I don't know, when the early newborn stages were not rough, but it was like I would give love and I didn't. I guess I was selfish. I wasn't getting any love back. But now it's like he understands that, and now it's I can connect with him more on more of a personal level, which I love.
I love that. And I don't think it's selfish. I think it's
Yeah,
human. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. True.
It's completely human. And I also, a good point too is we talk about postpartum depression in
Uh,
women, but it really does affect men as well. Obviously,
hmm.
you give birth a human, but it's still a whole new experience.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. Not
when,
downplaying the women's side though. The women's
no,
side is definitely
yeah,
kudos to you guys. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how
I
you
don't
did
either.
it, but I felt so bad. You're just standing there. You can't
Yeah.
really help throughout the whole pregnancy process. And
Yeah.
after, it's like you're going through it. It's like it's tough. It's tough,
Yeah.
but it's a blessing.
It is. Yeah. My husband brought up a story the other day when I was pregnant with my first one, and he used to like to put hot sauce on his eggs. So we were there, like we were in IHOP, and he's just not thinking, dousing it on there. And I just went, I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God, I'm gonna throw up. He's like, okay, no,
yeah,
baby doesn't like hot sauce. No problem.
yeah. But my wife, like, my favorite food is like pizza and pasta. And the first 2 months my wife was pregnant, couldn't have it. Like, if she smelled it, she's throwing up. And then that third trimester, it just changed. It was like a switch. She was like obsessed with it. And I'm
Right.
just like, it's insane. Like the ups and it, like what you guys go through, the ups and downs.
Hormones.
Yeah, really, insane.
It is. I appreciate the praise
Oh
on
yeah,
behalf of all women. Thank you very much.
definitely. Men are weak, low key.
It, have you ever men are weak. Have you ever seen the simulation thing? They have it there's I think it's on TikTok where they have a man and a woman, and the woman has the stimulator on and the men has the stimulator on,
Yeah,
and then the man is screaming and the woman's just
yeah,
sitting
yeah. Cramps, the period cramps as well. My wife wants me to do that so bad. I heard it's so painful.
there. It is. It is. My daughter, if she had her way, she said that she would make it so everybody gets that joy or nobody gets that joy, because
Yeah,
she's like, it's not fair that I have to do it. And but
agreed.
also 16-year-olds.
Yeah, just thinking outside the box.
Yeah, exactly. And she was also one that said, you know what, maybe we don't really need men because we can probably do it ourselves with like bone marrow or something. And
Yeah, I bet.
I was like,
I'm
oh,
sure they'll have
let's not go too drastic.
it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So true.
So, is there anything else that you would like to tell our viewers about your product, your services? This is the time for you to really just shout your business and yourself out, brag a little.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, Zozo, if you are someone that's constantly sharing links, photos, files, or you want access to ChatGPT whenever you want to, we're a great solution for you. We embed right into your keyboard so you can use it in any app. And then if you're someone that needs help with a website, app design, development, whatever you need, I'm your guy. You can email me anytime, ajpicard25 at icloud.com. But always here to help. Happy to share my work. And yeah, that's just about it.
I